Welcome to this week's episode of Predator Nation. This week, we're gonna take you hunting in South Texas. And when I say South Texas, I mean close to the Mexico border, South Texas. Besides illegal aliens, this country is home to a ton of predators. Pretty wide open country that we've got here. So I think what I'm gonna do is lay right in the road to keep my silhouette down, put out my bipod, see if we can get something to pop out here in this Sendero, this big road going 3 different ways. Well, at the very first setup, we start the call going. Jake yells to me, he says, there's a coyote right behind us. I turn around, and literally this coyote came from camp. It comes darting past us at 20 yards. We're waiting for it. It disappears into the brush. Finally, it pops out about 150 yards out there, stops, and gives me a shot. My Rock River arms, as soon as that scope crossed his shoulder, I touched it off, and we knew he wasn't going anywhere. Coyote down. Holy cow. And look at where the bunkhouse is. Our camp's set up right there. We smoked him, buddy. First call, first setup in Texas. God dang. Let's go check him out. We were gonna walk over there and get him. Look straight down the road, there's another coyote. Stand. I'm like, there's another coyote. I try and drive down on him. Another one runs across. I'm just getting ready to squeeze. Bolts across the road. Unbelievable. Our first call in Texas. I think he was out here a little ways. There he is. Look at the coyote right there. Look at where he busted up against the brush. I thought I put it to him. Look at that. Right through the chest. Boy, they're not pretty coyotes here, are they? There's a dog we just shot here in Texas. And you know, it blew me away. We had coyotes running and zipping all over the place. This guy popped out right on top of us. And you know, Jake was like, we got one to the right. And then we had one in front of us. So we sat and stayed in that location. Really, you know, had I been ready, I should have probably popped 2 coyotes out of that location. Or if Mike would have got up with us this morning, I'll give him a hard time about that. If we'd had a guy watching both ways, wouldn't have had to move, it'd have been a lot easier. But hey, that's our first setup here in Texas. We're at our next spot. We're on the edge of a high fence here. So we're gonna try and call down that road. Hopefully we'll get one to pop out in that open. We set up on our next location, and I generally, for coyotes, like to sit 20 to 30 minutes. We're calling and calling and calling. It's around that 20 to 30 minute mark. I hadn't looked at my watch, and I decide, well, it's time to go. I take a look around first. I almost always use my binoculars or my scope to check out everything, and boom, here's this bobcat standing right on the edge of this road, looking right in our direction. That was a beautiful bobcat. We were not ready for that. You know, we've been sitting here calling and calling and calling. And I said, man, let me make sure. Yep, I safetied it. I was like, man, I guess nothing's gonna come in. This is only our second setup in Texas. First one we called in multiple coyotes. There's another coyote. This setup, I got up, I turned around, I was like, there's a bobcat right there, there's a bobcat right there. I mean, that bobcat was 60 yards away, twitching, totally came in where we least expected them. That always happens. It seems like you're watching one way, they're gonna come behind you. You have to always be ready. That's where little stuff like a head net makes a big difference. That's killing me. Let's go grab him. I smoked his butt. That was awesome. That thing flipped when I shot it. You could see it just flip in the air, jumped out here in the road and cut right back in. There's blood. There's blood right here. There's blood here. Right here. I was looking for more blood. Look at that beautiful bobcat. I smoked him right through the lungs. Look at that cat. Dude, you gotta see this. That's a good cat. Look at that beautiful bobcat here in Texas. Look at that cat. Man, spotted up really nice. Little blood right there where it went down. That is a beautiful, beautiful bobcat. I don't know if you can get the size. I'm gonna hold him up so you can see. I mean, that's a nice size Texas bobcat right there. On this next setup, we're calling and calling. I switched the call up, and again, I like to bounce around between the cottontail, the jackrabbit in distress. I also sometimes use the pup in distress, and that'll call in a lot of coyotes as well. But since we're in an area with both bobcats and coyotes, I prefer to stick with the rabbit calls as much as I can. While I'm blaring away with the Fox Pro, I've got my Rock River arms set up on the bipod, and all of a sudden Jake whispers, "Right in the road, right in the road." And I look up, and this coyote just jumps out from the thick brush, stops in the road. I swing on it, pop! He spins around, starts to take off, and I followed through and tried to hit him again as he disappeared in the brush. I'm liking this Texas action. I think I smoked him right through the shoulders for a shot, but he was spinning around biting, so I think I popped him again and he was going through the brush there. Holy smokes, man, this is unbelievable. Here's the blood right here. Here's where he was at. Look at the blood where he was spinning here. Look at this. There he is. I was like, man, I knew I shot. I was like, I know I hit him. Look at all the blood right here. Can you see all the blood sprayed on the leaves right here? I was like, you've got to be kidding me. How did he run off? I popped a quick second shot, and I wasn't sure if I got him. It felt pretty good, but I know the first one hammered him. Right there, trying to go. Look at that. Look at that. I knew it was like I punched him right through the shoulders. Look at the shot right here. There's a beautiful coyote we just shot. It's been an absolutely incredible morning here in Texas. You know, the first setup we called in a coyote, I smoked him. Second setup, we called in a bobcat. I drilled that beautiful bobcat. Third setup, nothing. Fourth setup, boom. Here a coyote comes running in. Jake whispered, there he is, and I shot him. So we're having a blast here in Texas. So far, it's been just an absolutely incredible hunt. Exactly what you look for when you're in brushy country. We've got a little road to the left here on the downwind side, so if something tries to circle us, we should see it here. If something comes directly to the call, we should see it coming down this road. The only important things here is I'm gonna have to use my rangefinder and figure out how far the shot's gonna be, because it could be long here. And I'm gonna keep kind of a low profile, so I'm gonna get down on the ground.
The combination of the Fox Pro and Delta Decoy attracts a lot of attention in the game-rich regions such as South Texas. And you just never know what critter is going to come investigate the commotion next. Another curious customer arrives with thoughts of an easy meal, but it's not the one Fred is hoping for. When it comes to predators, the patient hunter is often the successful one. And Fred's persistence pays off when the Fox Pro and Delta Decoy attract another caller. And this time it's the one he's been after.
Oh, did you see? I think I got him. I think I got him.
I saw a hair fly. I'm pretty sure.
I think I got him. I think I got him. He tried to take off. That coyote tried to roll out of there, but I don't think he had a chance. I think what an awesome morning. We had a raccoon right on top of us. Jake says, I got a raccoon running in. I'm like, what? I look over, here comes this raccoon running right into us. He came 5-6 feet from us. I decided to pass him, hoping a bobcat or a coyote would show up. We look up, one coyote goes running across, don't have time at that one. A light colored coyote comes up just as I was getting on him. He took off, but I think I hit him. Let's go check it out. Okay, here's where I heard the whop. Okay, here's his tracks. Oh, here's hair. Look at the hair right here. Look at all the hair. Look at all the coyote hair right here. Can you see that? Look at all the coyote hair. More coyote hair here. Holy smokes, I drilled his butt. Yeah. You said, holy smokes, look at that. Dude, look at that. We friggin' hammered him. We hammered him. That is awesome. Hey, I'm Brett Eichler. You're watching Predator Nation. We just called it another coyote here in Texas.